All right, before we go to lesson 4.3 on slope-intercept form, let's review what we did the lesson before in 4.2, which was find the slope of a line passing through 2 points. Remember, we need the slope formula, which is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, because slope is just basically your change in your y over your change in your x. So keeping in mind the second coordinates listed are always your y coordinates, so we'll go -4 minus -3 over -3 minus -1. Now notice all these negatives. I kind of put those in there to make sure you're on top of your algebra skills, your integer skills. Subtracting a negative is like adding. So -4 plus 3 is -1. And -3 minus -1 is the same as adding 1. So that's -1 over -2 becomes positive 1/2 for your slope. All right, so let's move on to section 4.3, which is slope-intercept form. So here's our goal. I can graph lines and write equations of lines in slope-intercept form. That's what you're going to be able to do. All right, so this is slope-intercept form. First of all, what's the slope again? It's equal to the letter m. It's equal to the rise over the run, which is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. You can grab a note sheet to follow along that I have, or you can take your own notes. So if you want, you can come see me and get the sheet to fill in. You can fill this in with me as we go. So here's slope-intercept form. This is why I love math, because it makes sense. It's called slope-intercept form because you need the slope. The number here, m, is the slope. And you need the y-intercept. That's all you need. Put them into the different spots, and you can write an equation. So here's an example. Given the following equation in slope-intercept form, y equals 2x plus 3, what's the slope of the line? So if you go back to our notes back here, the slope's the number in front of the x. So if you look here, the slope is 2. That's the number in front of the x. The y-intercept is the 3. All right, so go ahead and graph it. All we have to do is go to 3 on the y-axis, do a slope of 2, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Done. You've just graphed a line given or in slope-intercept form. All right, so let's try this one. Y equals -3/5 x plus 1. What's the slope of the line? The number in front of the x, that's your -3/5. What's the y-intercept? That's your 1. Notice it's a negative slope, so from left to right it's going to go down. We go to 1 on the y-axis, go down 3 over 5, and there we go. Okay, so given the line y equals 3/4 x plus 4, what's the slope? So that would be your number in front of the x. That's your 3/4. What is the y-intercept? Y-intercept, we can write it as, sometimes we write it as an ordered pair, so 0, 4, we can say it's 4. And then let's sketch the graph. So go to 0, 4. There's your y-intercept, and do a slope of 3/4, up 3 over 4. Do it again, up 3 over 4. All right, now can we look at a graph and can we write the equation? That might be a little bit more difficult. So we need to get the slope and the y-intercept. So as I look at this, remember your x and y axis. Here's my y-axis. Here's where it crosses. That's at -2, so my y-intercept is -2. What about the slope? To find the slope, I need to find another point where this line crosses the graph. It looks like here. And notice it's going down from left to right, so my slope's going to be negative. Let's calculate the rise and the run. The rise is 2, the run is 3, so it's -2 over 3. So that's my slope. And all I have to do now then is put it into the equation. My slope is negative 2/3, and my y-intercept is negative 2. Since that's already a minus, I'm going to just put minus 2. I don't want to put minus negative 2. That'll make it a plus. So I better just put the 2 there. All right, here's another one. Look at the graph. Write the equation from the graph. Again, I need to find the y-intercept. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 it looks like. And then I'll need to calculate the slope. I have to try to figure out. It looks like it crosses grid points like this. That's sometimes hard to find on someone else's graph. Notice it's positive. It looks like it's up 1 over 3. All right, so the slope is 1/3. So the equation of the line is y equals 1/3 x plus 6. All right, write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form that has a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of 0, -4. So all we're doing is putting the slope in and putting in the -4 for the y-intercept. Done. All right, write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form that has a slope of -1/2 and a y-intercept of 0, 1. So just put the -1/2 in for the slope, put the 1 in for the y-intercept. All right, so basically, to wrap it up, if you can do this, given a line with a slope of 2/3 and a y-intercept of 0, 9, write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. Y equals 2/3 x, that's your slope, plus 9. Go ahead and graph it. Go to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The slope is positive 2/3. I can't go up, so I'm going to go down and left. That's the same as going up 2 over 3. I could kind of pretend and go up 2 over 3 that way. But down to -3 is the same thing, and the line's going up. So there you go. This should be pretty much a review, and students usually do really well on this. So if you go to Apex section 4.3 slope intercept form and take the quiz 4.3.3, you should be good to go.